I guess just next year we're going to continue to make improvements in the production and the broadcast. We don't have any specific plans that we can really share just yet. But what we can kind of promise is our commitment to, making the broadcast and the experience for all esports fans more and more enjoyable as the kind of season progresses. And we get a nice long off season in November and December to really kind of take a step back and look into where we think we can improve, where we think the community thinks that we can improve, and we're going to make sure to incorporate all that feedback into season 4 so we can make the experience more enjoyable.
A small thing, we also really want to focus on the global aspect of the fact that our esport is, and you actually see that right here in Gamescom with the international wildcard. You see teams that are the best teams from Latin America, Russia, CS. You have all these teams from around the world playing on sort of like a real pro level stage for the first time, and that's really exciting. And we think that in 2014, the accessibility and we want esports fans to know it's not just about their region, but about the fact that esports is being played across the world, and I think that accessibility is something we'll really be harping on 2014.
The game's designed as a sport, so everyone that's playing the game gets to participate in that. Our esports efforts, this year have been really focused on this pro layer, but I think our efforts in the future are going to start to incorporate a bit more downstream. So it's more of the kind of the amateur pros as opposed to like the professional players. And just generally speaking, like our redesign of ranked in season 3 helped address a lot of that too. People could kind of play in little snippets of competitive pockets within the game there, and so we kind of pride ourselves on making changes that affect the entire ecosystem of League of Legends players, not just that kind of pro layer at the top, but obviously the pro layer at the top is the most visible. It's what fans want to watch, so we've invested a lot in the broadcast and the production. We have a pretty good feedback loop with our pro players. They're constantly talking to our live design team on different kind of changes that they'd love to see in the game. Whether or not that's applicable to the rest of our player base is a different story. But these guys know the game very, very well. Their opinion really matters to us. And 2 times a year we actually have a player conference with our North American and European teams where we walk them through various things, whether it's media training to social media stuff to kind of new and updated rules that we have in the league. But we also make sure that they talk to our live design guys because, again, they have really good and valuable feedback that they like to kind of relay back to our teams.
We think that our pro players are the ambassadors for League of Legends and for esports, and they have a really strong presence in the community, and they're really role models for the way a lot of players not just play the game but also behave in game. And we think that's really important, and our pro players also understand that they're these role models, and we're part of what we do within these summits and when we work with them is that we show that there's very sportsmanship is important, and we think that this is something that our pros have bought into, and they think they're having a really positive impact on our community, which is a great community, but I think our pros are making it even better.
We were really involved with the process to kind of legitimize esports, and it's not just for League of Legends, it's for esports in general. This is a viable career for people now. It's like, this next generation of teens want to play video games as a profession. If they're good enough, they should be able to, just like they would with any other sport. So, our team, Whalen, myself, like our entire esports team was pretty involved with the process of getting the U.S. government to recognize League of Legends as an official esport. I think it's a watershed moment for esports, and we're really excited and proud of it. And I think it enables foreign players to come to the U.S. to play this game professionally. They no longer need to make a case to the government that esports is the real deal. The government's already recognized that, so it's exciting.